Hey everyone, welcome to my first dedicated subscriber video. Some of you may have noticed that I recently passed 5,000 subscribers and also my 200th video. Also recently I passed my 1-year anniversary since I started my channel. So I just wanted to make a video to talk a little bit about why I started my channel, a little bit about the past. Also to give you a tour around Singularity Computers, show you my systems and some of the new equipment that I've purchased lately to improve the channel. And also to talk a bit about the future, a couple of little ideas that I have. Most of that I want to keep as a surprise, but I am going to tell you a few ideas that I have for the future. So anyway, I'm going to start by giving you a look around. So most of you probably already know that I work from home, and I'm not going to show you around the entire house. I do have hardware right throughout my house and systems everywhere, but I'm just going to show you my main work areas. So this is my office, this is where my primary system is, my test bed. So this is Singularity Beast 2 on the right. I'll put a link on the screen to the build log for this system. I'm not going to go into the details and specifications of each of my systems. This is just, a quick look around. So yeah, if you want all the details on the systems, click on the links that I put up on the screen. So this is my coolant collection. I also have most of my stock, like hardware stock for client builds, in this room, like all my water cooling stock and everything. That hardware down there is to finish off Singularity Beast 2. But one of the things that I've done recently is I have purchased some lighting. So I have these lights. I started off just using natural lighting pretty much, and that was just horrible, so I have proper lighting now. I also, like just a few days ago, purchased this microphone stand and also this microphone stand. So this is for using the microphone at my desk. The other one is for using it like around the house when I'm doing client builds, whatever. But I'm mostly going to use this microphone at my desk here for like post commentaries and other videos. But I have a Samsung shock mount. This is the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB version. But I also have a pop filter coming, so that'll be here within the next few days. I also recently purchased these headphones. These are they're just called the Digitech Pro Monitor headphones, and they're actually an amazing set of headphones that a number of companies have badged, put their name on. And the one other company that I know of that's put their name on it, I know there's a number of others, but I don't know what they are, but these are identical to the Brainwaves HM5. You might be wondering how headphones improve the channel. Well, when I'm editing, if I can more accurately hear the audio, then I can do a better job of editing. Some of you might know Matt. He's been in some of my other videos, my gameplay videos. He said my audio is shocking because he's a bit of an audiophile. He said I need to upgrade my audio, so he went and did all this research for me. Anyway, I'll give you the specifications on the Audio-Technica AT2020. So the polar pattern is cardioid, frequency response is 20 to 16,000 Hz, bit depth is 16-bit, and the sample rate is 44.1 kHz. The headphones, the drivers are 42mm, power handling 120 milliwatt. The impedance is 64 ohms and the sensitivity is 100 decibels per milliwatt. Now I might be doing separate videos on both of these, on the headphones and on the microphone, and they'll either be reviews or product overviews, something like that. I do plan on doing that coming up. You can see I have a bunch of mice sitting there actually ready for review. I've tested 2 of them, so I just still have to test the other one, but those reviews are coming up. I have so many reviews to catch up on, but because I've been busy doing client builds lately, I haven't had time. There's a lot that I haven't had time for. I haven't had time to do many gameplay videos. There's There's so much coming up. So, my current peripherals for the Singularity Beast 2. I'm running Alienware OptX 23-inch monitors in NVIDIA Surround at 5760 by 1080. I'm using the Black Widow Ultimate Stealth, and I'm using the SteelSeries Sensei. I absolutely love this mouse. I mean, mice are a real personal thing, and this is the one that I've settled on. It's just perfect for me. Definitely my favourite mouse currently. I'm also using the SteelSeries 9 HD. I have a couple of Razer Goliathus mouse mats underneath. I'm using the Corsair SP2500 speakers. Okay, this desk, I've had a lot of people ask me about this desk, where I got it from. I got it from a local cabinet maker, and it was just a standard model. I didn't get it custom made or anything. But it's a great desk. Perfect for fitting multiple monitors and things. 2 UPSs down there. Run Singularity Beast 2, one for each power supply, because I have 2 AX1200 power supplies in this system. They're both 1320 watt 2200 VA UPSs, so they're plenty to handle each power supply. So everywhere you look, I have hardware, and I'm not going to go over like what it all is, but Rampage 3 Extreme with EK blocks, Core i7 980X, kit of Corsair Dominator GT. This is kind of a bit of a bad time to make this video, because at the moment I just have stuff sitting everywhere, you know. It's a mess. I have a lot going on behind the scenes, so sorry about the beeping. That's just the fan controller for my Danger Den triple radiator water box. So I'll put a link on the screen to a video detailing this water box. Yeah, you can check that out if you're interested. But I'm going to be doing a massive overhaul of this water box soon. I'm going to be, you know, draining the coolant, changing the color scheme to, I think I'm going to change it to white. I'm thinking of using pastel white Mayhem's coolant. I'm going to use clear tubing, change all the lighting to white, change the fans to Noctua NFF12s. Anyway, I won't talk any more about it, but it's going to be completely changed around. You know, I might even go like black fittings, all of that. So that's something coming up. I'm not really sure when I'm going to do that. But this water box is actually, the video that I did on this water box, I've done a couple, but one of them has the record number of views for my channel. Well, it did last time I looked, which was like 3 months ago. So yeah, the water box has had a lot of interest. I've been meaning to upgrade it for ages, by the way. This is my test bed. I currently have an AMD 7770 running on the test bed from Sapphire, and I'm going to be reviewing that shortly. I have a laptop here which is going out to a client pretty soon. This was ordered in by a customer, and I'm just setting it up, getting it ready to go. I always configure the OS of any system that I sell. You know, I optimize it for performance and security, set it up properly. So all the peripherals here for my test bed, and also for my NAS build, which is just there, my network attached storage build for backup. And I'll put a link on the screen to the build log for that build as well. More hardware down there, because soon I'm doing an upgrade video on the NAS build, so that's something else that's coming up. Now, there is stuff everywhere. This is like water cooling components, stock. So all these drawers are full. I like to keep everything neat. And this system has, this was actually, I think it was client build 1 or 2, and it's come back for a service. I've checked it over. There's nothing wrong with it, so I've just given it a dust clean, you know, virus scans, maintenance, etc. So that's going out pretty soon, but I'm still working on that. I'll just step back so that you can't read my whiteboard, but yeah, that's where I write everything down. You know, my list, my to-do list. I've got a lot of things on there. And yeah, this is all water cooling stock. The boxes that you see are like the original components aren't still in the boxes. Like That HX 650 watt power supply box is full of cables. I have everything in here that's needed to build high-end water-cooled systems. So I've got radiators, pumps, reservoirs, fittings, you know, fan controllers, just everything. So all fan controllers down there, got tubing up here. The boxes up there for my components in my builds. I always keep the boxes for a fair while. This is another laptop that I'm working on. I'm just in the process of replacing the screen as well as the keypad. So that's a pretty big job. I'm just waiting on the parts. And these peripherals are for, like, when I finish building a client build, this is where I test it, install the OS and all of that. And it's also for, like, those peripherals just there are for systems that come in for repair, and so are these. So like when I get two systems in for repair, I can like work on them both at the same time. So basically I've got two sets of peripherals for that. I also have the test bed here for setting up faulty components, you know, setting up components for testing, etc. This is my laptop for when I go mobile. And this is where I work on my systems most of the time. Sometimes I clear that desk off as well and work on them there. But basically, you know, two benches, that's all that's needed. Like, you guys might have been expecting that I have some big workshop or something. I mean, when I have like cutting and drilling to do, I'll go do that out in the garage. But yeah, I build my systems on, like, most of them on this bench here. And I like to do it inside my house because it's a clean environment, and it's important that you build computers in a clean environment. There's no doubt about that. So most of this hardware here is actually for client build 5. It's just sitting here waiting to start the build. Now, this is the other thing that I've been able to purchase recently to improve the channel. And the way it's going to improve the channel is that I'm going to start doing modding again. Since I left home, which is, I don't even know, a long time ago, I haven't been able to do a lot of modding because I don't have my own tools, and I've been borrowing my dad's tools from time to time, but I decided to go out and get some of my own tools recently so I can do more frequent modding, because I haven't done, you know, any for a long time. So it's something that I want to start doing again, but it's something that I have very little time for, unfortunately. But I definitely plan on doing some modding projects coming up on my channel. Now with the Dremel, I got a package deal. I also got the little project table and also the mini drill press. So they will come in handy because you can use a Dremel for anything, you know. That's the awesome thing about them. Oops. Cutting, drilling, you know, grinding, polishing. They're the best PC modding tool. If you're going to do some serious modding, you've got to have a Dremel. Okay, this is what I refer to as my shop. I'll just give you a very quick look. Most of this hardware is replacement parts for repair jobs, but some of it is hardware that I've reviewed and then I sell. Basically, I have a massive client base, and my client base knows what I do, so they're happy to buy hardware that I've like pulled out of the box and put back in again. That's what happens to a little bit of the hardware that I review. I also have a lot of mates that know what I do, and I, you know, sell them hardware at discounted prices that I've reviewed. I also give a lot of it away to friends. So that's what all of this is. It's hardware that I've reviewed, and it's replacement parts for repair jobs. So it looks like a lot, but really there's not much here. It's just spread out, and there is a few empty boxes on display here as well. So I just have like memory and yeah, massive fan collection over here. Anyway, I still have a lot to talk about, so I better hurry up. I have my business name registration certificate over there, some old laptops up there. This is actually, I had a TJ11 that got damaged because Client Build 4 and Client Build 5 are into TJ11s. have had to order a couple of these cases recently, and I ended up having to order 3 because this one got slightly damaged. Now this is the only damage that it got, just a little mark here, and also the thumb screw got slightly bent over and pushed into the side panel. Same thing on that side. Because of that damage, I didn't use this case in a client build, and I'm now going to keep it for a modding project in the future. I mean, you guys have seen enough of TJ11s, mainly after client build 5, so it's not something that I'm going to do soon. But yeah, I think I'll use it as a modding project later on this year. But yeah, that's the level of fussiness. So yeah, even slight marks like that, and I won't use that a component in a client build. Okay, back to the office. Okay, those of you who have made it this far, I have a surprise for you. Here I am. My name is Daniel Cannon. I'm 26 years old. I have a 2-year-old son who actually turns 2 today. I have a fiance who I'm going to marry in the next couple of months. I've been with her for 7 years now. And as I said, I started the channel a year ago, and I just want to talk about why I started the channel. I've had a chronic illness since I was 21 years old, so I'm now 26, so it's been about 5 years. And actually, before I was diagnosed with the illness, I was a concreter for a few years with my father. I was supporting the family business. That's what I did when I left high school. And I know it's the complete opposite to what I'm doing now, but I've always been interested in computers. I became seriously interested in computers during high school. It started through gaming, and very quickly, I became interested in hardware, and I started building my own systems and water cooling, and I started selling systems. But I didn't start selling systems professionally until I started SingularityComputers when I was 21 years old. And it was at the same, well, it was when I started to recover from my first surgery. So my first surgery was really the worst one. I'd spent 2 months in hospital. I had a surgeon come and talk to me, and he told me to say goodbye to my family. He said there was a very small chance that I'd be able to survive the surgery. But over 9 hours later, I woke up and I had to go through rehab, and it took like 6 months to recover from that surgery. And then I had another surgery, and another one, and another one. And over a 2-year period, I had 9 surgeries. And during this time, I was trying to get SingularityComputers off the ground. And it started out as a mobile repair business and a custom system building business. And I was doing letterbox drops and all of this. I was basically almost at the point where I was bedridden. I had drains in me, and I'm not going to go into all the details because it's horrific, it's disgusting, and some of you will just be disgusted by it, because what this illness does to your body is, and there's so many people out there suffering from it. That's the worst thing about it. It's not just me. There's there's hundreds of thousands of people, and it's actually a real young person's disease, because the highest incidence is between 15 and 25, I think it is. Anyway, this is all leading up to why I started my channel. So my illness got to the point after 9 surgeries that I couldn't run my business anymore. And it had been so highly successful. I was doing up to 10 jobs a day. At one point I had 2 people employed, and I was so disappointed that I had to stop it. But it was killing me. It got to the point where the stress and even that small amount of activity was too much. But anyway, I went through this dark time. I think it was a couple of months where I had no purpose. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I thought about it. I had all this computer knowledge, and I had this keen interest in high-end hardware and water cooling. It's what I love doing. It's my passion. I had like Singularity Beast at that stage, even though I hadn't even started my channel yet. I had a few systems, and I thought, why don't I share this knowledge with people? You know, why don't I make a channel about water cooling, and, you know, have water cooling tutorials and do some reviews, and I came up with the idea, you know, during this time that was really horrible for me because I had no purpose, and that's when I started my channel. And when I started it, you know, I was really sick, and I started to get better after I started my channel. And actually 2 years ago now, I had a surgeon say that if I didn't have another surgery in 6 months, that'd be it for me. Because it got to a point, it was not long after my son was born, that I said, well, I realized that the doctors couldn't help me because they kept making promises, and I had 9 surgeries, you know, and after 9 surgeries I was getting worse and worse. They couldn't fix me. They didn't want to admit it, but I had to stand up and say no more. And, you know, they used scare tactics and said, if you don't, then you're going to die and stuff. But that was a long time ago, and I've actually improved since I stopped having surgery. Mainly since I started my channel, I've had this purpose. But what my channel has turned into is something that I never expected. You know, I was offered a YouTube partnership. Like my client base, because during the 5 years I built up this massive client base. You know, my health has improved, so I've been able to go back to some of my client base and say, yeah, I'm up and running again, I can do some repairs for you, I can, you know, I'm building custom systems. So yeah, it's been actually bringing me more work, and it's become an income for me. Like, yeah, so, and I never expected to get this far, and that's why I'm showing my face today. I just need to say, I should have said this first, this is not a sob story, okay? This is just the truth. This is just my story. I'm not complaining, I'm not asking for sympathy, anything like that. I know there's people worse off than me in the world. I'm not complaining, this is just my life, and I just wanted to share it with you. I just wanted you to know why I started the channel. And yeah, I'm showing my face today to show my gratitude for your support. I wanted to thank you in person. I'm the sort of person that doesn't like attention, and that's why I've hidden behind the camera all of this time. I guess you could call me shy, but I don't care what people think. I just don't like attention. So that's why I've hidden behind the camera for a year. But I thought it was important that I showed my face so that I could thank you for your support, because without you I wouldn't be here. I just thought I'd mention quickly, these actually just came in when I was finishing off making this video. So I'm going to give you guys a look at these coming up very soon. And just to recap, coming up soon, you know, within the next month, I have the Black Widow Ultimate Stealth Edition review. I have reviews on all of these mice. I won't tell you what they are. Those of you with eagle eyes will be able to figure that out. I have the 7770 review. I have actually a 7970 review, which I should have uploaded ages ago. I know it's really late, but that's coming up as well. And then further into the future, I have the upgrade of the water box, and also actually coming up pretty soon, the upgrade of my NAS build. There is so much more that I'm, you know, not telling you, keeping as a surprise. That's all I want to give away for now. Also guys, if you want updates on what's going on with the channel, what's coming up, I post a lot of updates on my Facebook page and also on Twitter. So the links to my Facebook page and Twitter are on my YouTube channel page. So yeah, you can check those out for updates. I usually, you know, post new ideas that I have for videos, and also videos that are coming up in the near future. So keep an eye on my Facebook page and Twitter for updates. So yeah, I'm thinking about telling you some other things, but that's all I'll give away at this point. This video has been long enough. I've been talking for ages, so I better stop there. So yeah, that's it. That's about all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.